Hey guys, zd8000 here once again, and we're going to be putting back together the zd8000. So you have your motherboard, you have your CPU right up here, memory slots, you have audio stuff over here, you know, all the standard stuff. So, just number one, be careful with the motherboard. Here's the thing, this is a failed attempt at modding. Wanted to give it more vents, it didn't work. Actually, before you do that, you had to put the fans back on, otherwise you'll overheat instantly. Fans are fairly simple to put back, well, the heatsink actually is really simple to put back in. I just got some good old Arctic Silver 5 on my fingers right there. But anyways, just make sure that the screws line up here to these, and then get your Phillips head screwdriver and screw them back in tight. Not too tight, otherwise you'll either strip it out or break the thread. And the other one. And then this one is stripped out because it got stuck one time. Screwed in as much as I can. What do you know, I actually went in. I thought it wouldn't. I'd have to use my pliers. This is just where the fan connects back in, so I'm just going to do that right now, if it'll let me. There we go. Just save us a little bit more time in the near future. So, move this aside for a second. Bring the motherboard back. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. And make sure that the motherboard actually goes in backwards, because that's how motherboards are built. You have to put in backwards where it naturally connects. Just making sure that all the ports go into the necessary places. This whole thing can come right off, so I can do that if I really need to, but I don't really think I'll have to, unless I have to. Well, that side's in, and this side's pretty much in. There's wires for the speakers and stuff over here, so just watch out for that. I stole my brother's tripod for this because mine lost a little screw for the camcorder, so I'm just stealing his for a little bit. This little thing right here always, well, these things in general, these little blue tab things here always just bug me a lot. Because they're a pain to get in, and they never want to stay in unless you really bend it. And if you bend it too much, their contacts wear down. But just make sure it's even and push right straight forward, and you should do good. And there's, great. Well, there's things for the connector for the fan that you really have to watch out for. That's right back here. This tiny little connector right here. You can bend the case a little bit, just as long as you don't hurt anything. There we go. Now, there are 3 sizes of screws. That's right, only 3. And this is a relatively simple machine to put right back together. You are going to need, of course, a Phillips head screwdriver, that's the main thing, and a small flathead screwdriver to just pry open the casing when you first open it. But other than that, it's a piece of cake. Just have to remember where the small screws go and where the medium ones go. Then all the bigger ones are just put in where they go. So I'm going to put in the medium-sized screws first. There are, actually let me loosen this up a little bit and zoom in here. There we go. You'll notice over here that there's little cross symbols. That's where screws would go into, and these are where some medium-sized screws go into. And just screw it in until it's good and tight. A longer screw goes over here. I'll zoom out once again. There's another little place where the screw goes into right here. Just screw that in. There's 2 more up at the top over here. One right up here in the corner and then one up in this corner. Now the last medium-sized screw goes right here. And now we start putting in the longer ones. There's 6 small screws and they go in small places, so it's kind of hard to miss. The long screw goes here next to this audio connector. Make sure you have a magnetic screwdriver because it's always good to have a little bit of extra support in case you drop a screw. It will stick on. And now, places where the body connects to the screen. Screw that in. And screw this one in. There are two holes on each little thing. Make sure that they go into the rearmost position so that the screen screws actually have a place to go into. And now that we have that done, we can put the top of the body back on. Again, more failed attempts at modding here. I wanted to make sure it would vent out more heat because it got really hot, but that didn't do anything. Nothing at all. I learned my lesson there, so yeah, don't do that. Probably should just go right on and snap. Let's come up here and connect this other fan piece. Yeah, there are 3 fans here, so How do I account for every one of them? I took off the left side plate so that it would be easier, so just put that right back on. It goes right underneath the main, well, right underneath the top part, and it slides on under like that. So now we start with getting a few screws that are left on top. There's two right here. I'm putting one of them in now. I'm not really sure what these even connect to. Maybe just as safety. There's one way up here that goes in close to where the fan connector piece goes into. Just screw that right in. And there's one more that goes where the power strip goes to. The power board. Got more of these little blue things, but thankfully they're easier because you just slip them underneath a little lifting piece of plastic. Put them under and then, you know, bring the piece of plastic back down over it. Still pain to get into though. Not as much as a pain, but enough. There we go. There's one more where the mouse goes, but unfortunately my mouse piece has broken, so I'm just going to leave it. I have to use an external mouse in order for it to work right. So now the string, which is way over here, just comes right back over, goes on top, and you use those bottom screw holes to put them right in. Make sure they're good and tight so that it stays supported. That's one of the main reasons for loose strings. The actual screws connecting the string are loose. Moving it over so you can see. I'm going to tilt it up a little bit so it has more support. Plug the string back in, which shouldn't be as hard as it looks, but yeah. There we go. Pushing one way, your wireless cable is which are over here. Slide underneath this little panel here. Pull them on through. Bring them through the little hole down here. Make sure they go into the little path up here so that the string and the keyboard go in correctly. I don't have very good lighting. It might look okay on camera, but to me it's absolutely horrible. And I'm in the way of something too, so that doesn't help at all. There we go. Now you get your keyboard, which is right here. Make sure these little side things are pulled out so that the keyboard cable goes right in. Actually, I'm looking to see which way it connects. It goes in this way. Just want to be sure. Don't remember it being this hard. I haven't taken this computer apart in months, so just bear with me a minute. Alright, that's good. Okay. Screen, well, keyboard goes in from the bottom, then up top. There's 4 little connector pieces, and, yeah. I didn't put the wireless thing in correctly, I don't think. Either that or it's just being picky. I think picky is the right one. There we go. You have that in, you can put in your top little power strip that's right here. Tilt the screen back a little bit. And it should just snap on as you roll your hand over it. Keyword being should. Yeah, there's a little place for the monitor wire to go through. Excuse me. There we go. We pretty much have the case all back together. Look underneath. Again, more failed attempts. Now, there's 6 small screws that you can use with the same screwdriver if you have a versatile one like I do. There's 2 right here. You really can't see them, but they are there. It's right where the DVD drive would go into. Just screw them there. And put your DVD drive right back in. It'll connect. It's there so that the screw that goes in here actually connects here to hold the drive in. And now for the rest of the 4 small screws, they go along the top here, just to make sure that the screen, the power strip protector, and all the little components stay together. If you're new to this, it might take a little bit longer, but because I've taken this computer apart multiple times, as you can see up here, it's pretty much a breeze for me. Even new computers that I get, I still have a little bit of trouble, but not that much. In order to take the motherboard out, you had to take out the little monitor things, because, you know, they just hold the motherboard in. Once you've gotten them in as tight as you can by hand, then that's when you either use socket wrench or needle nose pliers like I have right here on standby. I'm going to use them right now, actually. Originally in the video where I sped it up, this process took, believe it or not, 1 hour. That's why I sped it up. Because I had to take it apart a few times because I put screws in wrong. Even I do that sometimes. Alright. Now, you can put your wireless card back in. Your memory, I'm going to reconnect the fans. And again, because we connected that one in earlier, that's up here. We're pretty much good to go. So plug in your wireless card up here, hard drive, and batteries. You should only have big screws left, so just put them in where they go. Yeah, you can exit the video here. I'm just going to keep recording as I put the screws in. So yeah, thanks, you can boy out. If you're still here, I do have a lot more videos to come about other computers I have recently ordered, and some that I'm actually selling, I think. I might make a video of those. Probably not, though. I'll give you a quick hint, though. 2 of them are Toshibas, 1 of them's a Dell. I'm just putting them in at random.